reading from the letter of Paul to the Romans. Brothers and sisters, owe nothing to anyone except to love one another. For the one who loves another has fulfilled the law. The commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not kill, you shall not steal, you shall not covet, and whatever other commandment there may be, are summed up in this saying, namely, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no evil to the neighbor. Hence, love is the fulfillment of the law. The word of the Lord.
Our second reading for this Sunday is taken from the letter of Paul to the Romans. We have been reflecting on our Christian responsibility for our brothers and sisters, a responsibility that comes from love. In the first reading from the prophet Ezekiel, God warns Ezekiel, the prophet, that his lack of responsibility towards an erring brother or sister will cost him, the prophet, his own life. He will be responsible for the death of a brother or sister whom the prophet fails to dissuade from his or her wicked way. So, you see, it is not enough to be aware that something wrong is going on. Out of love for our brother or sister, we should act on it. We should do our best to dissuade the person from pursuing a path of evil or wickedness. In the second reading, we are given the motivation that must be present in all of our acts of responsibility for our brothers or sisters. And that is plainly Christian love. Christian love. Humanly speaking, it is more comfortable to us to close our eyes, not to mind other person's lives or business, just to go on with our personal pursuit. Yes. But if you are a person of love, your brother or sister matters to you. The future of your brother or sister is also your future. And so St. Paul tells us, we owe one another only one thing, and it is love. Yes, I know in daily life we get into so many debts, so many loans, and we have to pay them. But according to St. Paul, there is one debt that we owe to all people, and that is the debt of love. We owe them our love. And those who love, according to St. Paul, fulfill all the commandments. For love is the fulfillment of the law. We know the commandments. You should not kill, you should not steal, you should not covet, you should not bear false witness, you should not commit adultery, all of these things that you should avoid. But how do you fulfill all of these commandments? By loving. And loving here happens on two levels. One is avoiding the things that might harm my brother or sister. And the other level is doing the good that my brother or sister deserves. And part of the good that they deserve from us is the exercise of our responsibility towards them in the area of correcting them when they need correction, reminding them, persuading them to return to God. That is an act of love. Brothers and sisters, let me repeat that. Love is the motivation for correcting a brother or sister. Love is the motivation for calling their attention. Not revenge, not anger, not hatred. If our motivation is irritation towards our brother or sister, what will we get in return? Self-defense. They will defend their wrong attitude, their wrong action. Why? Because they don't feel that we are approaching them, correcting them out of love and out of our desire that they be brought back to God. If they feel that we are just out there, we are out for their lives, we want to exact every ounce of blood from them, they will not listen. So St. Paul is quite right. We owe one thing to everyone, and that is love. We will avoid what will harm other people, but we will do what will be good for them, including the unpleasant, the tedious work of persuading them to return to God. We might not gain anything from our brother or sister. We might be misunderstood, but you have done your responsibility and you have loved tremendously.